It's a beautiful day today, man. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the wind is blowing. It's a gorgeous day, man. I'm out here with my dog Argos. He's all the way over there. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. Let me zoom in. You see him, a little blurry, but Argos is all the way over there. And he's just having a blast, man. He's rolling on all in the grass and just enjoying himself. But I thought today would be a great day to make this video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tyrell. It's my dog Argos over there, and it's my vlog channel, you know. And if you're new, you know, I definitely appreciate you for clicking on my video and taking the time out of your day to watch my content. You know, if you're a returning subscriber, you know, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I posted a vlog, but I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, and I think this vlog right here is going to be the start of everything. Just the new content that I want to put out and show you guys. But you can probably tell by the title of this video, man. I think I'm going to title it, you know, Why I'm No Longer Vegan or something like that. And I kind of wanted to make this video to kind of answer everyone at once instead of individually talking to multiple people. I know I got a lot of vegan followers, you know, before I got Argos, before I adopted my dog Argos, which I know a lot of you guys are here from that. I actually was putting out vegan content, you know, chef tea videos, showing you guys different recipes, doing vegan food reviews, you know, answering any questions about veganism. And honestly, man, this is a really hard video for me to make right now. But I think you guys deserve it, especially my subscribers that are vegan. Definitely deserve to know. I know I got a lot of family and friends that know that I'm vegan. Got Argos over here now. Argos, come say what's up, man. Look at this guy. But yeah, so in order for you guys to understand, you know, why I decided to not be vegan anymore, I kind of want to take you guys on my journey, so you guys can understand. You know, because I feel like without telling my journey and only saying the end of it, you may not understand as much. And I want to make sure everything is as clear as possible so you guys understand. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to let anybody down. You know, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I got to tell you guys, you know, everything, right? So, it's probably going to be a longer video, and I hope you guys can just watch all the way through. You know, that really mean a lot to me that you guys take the time out to just hear me out and just listen to my story, you know. So I'm going to start all the way back here. When I was about 7, 8 years old, and a lot of people don't know this about me, but when I was 7 or 8 years old, one day in school, I noticed pieces of my scalp falling down onto my paper. Dry pieces of my scalp. It was such a crazy time for me in my life, you know. I was a kid that had very long hair. You know, I'd go out with my grandparents, and waiters and waitresses thought that, you know, I was a girl because my hair was so long. And, you know, during this time I had very long hair. I had like the braids, you know. And my hair and my scalp got like really, really damaged. To the point where pieces of my scalp were falling out, my hair started falling out, all in the middle of my hair, all in the middle of my head, my hair started falling out. And it turns out that I had scalp psoriasis. And you can probably look that up if you like, but I had scalp psoriasis, you know, in like 2nd or 3rd grade. And it was really bad, very traumatizing to me. And just a quick story on that, which I'll probably make a story time on that, actually. Maybe I'll say that for the story time. But I had scalp psoriasis as a little kid, and that really, really messed with me, you know, mentally, emotionally. You know, I got bullied, I got picked on. It made me super insecure about myself, you know. And I'll do a story time on that so you guys can understand a little bit more about it. But, you know, fast forward, you know, 5 years ago, and you guys can probably see, but let me zoom in real quick. I don't know if it's gonna. But you see these contacts. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. But 5 years ago, I found out that I had this eye disease called keratoconus. And this eye disease is a progressive eye disease. Without these contacts, I've had these same contacts for 5 years, and it's like a hard lens. Every night before I go to sleep, or if I want to take a nap, I gotta take these contacts out and let them soak in like a solution for 6 hours. And you know, I don't think many of you guys know that, but if you're one of my OG subscribers, I mean super OG, when I first made my YouTube channel, you'll know that. You know, so I've been dealing with the scalp psoriasis and then the keratoconus, which is 5 years ago when I got diagnosed with it. If you go all the way back to my channel, you see that the very first video that I posted was me going to Jamaica. It was a solo trip to go to Jamaica. I was at a very low point in my life. I was super exhausted. I just needed to get away, you know, so I did that. I got away, went to Jamaica, enjoyed myself. I definitely grew a lot from that, you know, that trip that I took, and it was good. But then the next few videos, you'll notice that I start talking about keratoconus and the eye disease that I have, and I get into detail. I show you guys pictures of what I see without my contacts in. I kind of explain the way my cornea is shaped and how it's changed. I explain all of that, and then you'll probably see like the third or fourth video. You'll see me talking about water fasting and how I'm going to do a water fast. And the reason why I wanted to do the water fast was because of the research that I've been doing and the information that I was receiving. If you do a water fast, you can possibly cleanse your body and it can help heal your eyes. And I just really wanted that, man, because dealing with keratoconus is super tough. People always look at me when I'm having a conversation and say, oh, like, you wear contacts? They're so big. Or like, I always get this, and it would like really lower my mood, because when I have my contacts in, that's like the only part of my day that seems normal, because without them I can't see very well, like at all. I have double vision, blurred vision. I gotta it's really bad. It's not something that glasses can fix. So I really wanted this. So I did a water fast for 7 days. Water fasted for 7 days, and about the 5th or 6th day, it might be too much information, but I had mucus in my stool. And I was like super surprised, like, wow, I literally didn't eat anything. I just drank water. And that made me question a lot of things. How did I get here in the first place? How is, my eyes so messed up? Why did my scalp do that when I was a kid? I started questioning a lot of things, so I decided to change my diet. But before I changed my diet, and this is gonna make sense a little bit later on, but before I changed my diet, I stopped drinking dairy. Like, I stopped drinking milk for like 6 months, just because like I didn't want to drink dairy anymore. So I started drinking almond milk. And so I drank almond milk for about 6 months, loved it. And, one day I actually ran out of almond milk, and I went to go make some cereal, and I realized I didn't have any more, so I used regular milk. And when I used regular milk, the next day I got super sick. I mean, like, my stomach was hurting. I had a really bad, stomach ache. I had a fever. Even my eyes, like, kind of reacted to that too. Like, my eyes were super red. Like, it was just, I'm someone that doesn't really get sick like that, as far as like colds and stuff and fevers. Like, I don't really get those. But this day, I got pretty sick. So then I water fasted, and while I was water fasting, I was looking into, healthier lifestyles. And one of the things I came across was being vegan, right? So, being vegan was something that a lot of articles and documentaries were saying would be great for your health. So I was like, okay, cool. I started looking into it. I'm like, all right, seems pretty interesting, just no animal products. And then I started watching documentaries on like the slaughterhouses, and I was convinced, man. I literally went cold turkey right after the water fast and said, all right, I'm going to change my lifestyle. I'm going to change from what I'm doing now to a vegan diet. All right, so vegan lifestyle, really, because it's not really a diet if you're changing it, And I decided to document everything. So I was like, I'm going to show my journey. And I know a lot of people are thinking about going vegan. I'm going to show them recipes, and I'm gonna share some of the things that, you know, that I've learned, which I did, and I'm super happy with everything. I love the Chef T videos. Some of my favorite moments of all time, man. Shout out to my brother Roland for, you know, letting me record in his nice kitchen, man, and just being super supportive of that. You know, I did a lot of food reviews, and that was kind of like the start of my YouTube channel, where I really started being super consistent and uploading all the time. And it gave me something to look forward to. You know, I look forward to posting a video and interacting with you guys that's from all over the world. Such an amazing feeling, man. I met so many great people through YouTube, you know, over the past few years. And so yeah, so I went vegan. I'm putting all these videos out, letting you guys know the benefits, and I felt good, genuinely felt good, you know, like I felt like I had a lot more energy when I first went vegan. Maybe it's because I was eating a lot of plants, a lot of fruit. I was eating a lot, you know, a lot of beans and stuff like that. I wasn't really eating processed foods. And, you know, I felt good. I felt really good. I'll put pictures and, you know, show y'all clips and stuff like that as I'm talking. But I felt good, man. I honestly felt good. And it wasn't until recently, you know, where I wasn't feeling so good. I say about 2 years ago, I just felt like something was off in my body. And I don't know what, right? So I didn't know what was off, so I decided to go get blood work. And this was like at the end of 2020. And I went to go get blood work, and everything came back pretty decent. I had some things that were, Argos, man, Argos break. I had some things that came back, it was a little bit like questionable. But for the most part, my vitamin D was super low. And let me just first say this, I'm not saying that it's because I was vegan. Let me, you know, get everything out first. My vitamin D was super low. So I think your vitamin D is supposed to be from 30 to 70 or something like that on the chart. My vitamin D was like a 17. So I was like super low in vitamin D, which probably was connected to my depression that I had and a whole bunch of other things. So I started, you know, looking at my health a little bit more serious. I started paying more attention to my health. So I still noticed, like, man, I started having, you know, my stomach was hurting a lot more. Like, yeah, I had like cramps and stuff in my stomach. I just had a lot of personal things too that I don't want to really talk about on camera. But I know my hands were getting, like, they were a lot colder than normal. And I'm the type of person, man, like, I can sit in, like, you know, 60 degrees, you know, blasting AC. That's the type of person I am. So for me to go from that to being cold all the time and needing a heater, or, you know, if I'm in the car with some, you know, with my friend and I got the heat on and he's like, man, it's so hot in here, like, then I realized that something is up, like, you know, something's going on with my body. So I decided to get another blood test. This was, you know, like the end of 2021, and things came back, you know, somewhat decent. It was all right. Like, you know, the doctors, they say, you know, this is, you know, you look fine, you look fine. Got this siren in the back. Hopefully I don't hear that, but it's all good. And, you know, the doctors, you know, they said everything was fine, but I didn't feel fine. You know, they said, oh, you know, you're good, like everything looks okay, but I didn't feel okay, you know, and I was just becoming more conscious of my body and how I felt, you know, and ever since that vitamin D, you know, I was just really trying to be in tune with my health, you know, taking multivitamins, you know, trying to go to the gym, just eat better, you know. And I just always just, something like was just telling me that, like, something was off. I don't know, I can't even really explain it, but when you're in tune with yourself and your body, and you listen to your body, you'll know. And I knew something was just off. So to fast forward a little bit, I know I had to give you guys all of that so you can understand exactly my journey, right? Because I want this to make, you know, sense to you guys. And if it doesn't at the end of the video, you know, you can leave comments and I'll answer them. So pretty much one of my friends, a good friend of mine, shout out to my boy Mickey D, man. Mickey D, or, you know, Brian, he told me that his family go to this one doctor, and they kind of help them with their health problems. And it's not a typical doctor. They consider themselves system doctors. And with a system doctor, like what they believe is that, you know, your body's like a system. And if something is wrong in your body, they try to figure out what caused it and, like, you know, what's causing it. When you go to a traditional doctor, instead of them trying to figure out what's causing it, they prescribe you medication and try to mask it. And, you know, that's the biggest difference between these doctors and doctor/nutritionist and doctor/chiropractor. And he told me, and I was really intrigued. I was really interested in what he had to say, and I looked into their About Me and looked at their website and stuff and read reviews, and I was really intrigued, and I wanted to do it because, you know, my intuition was guiding me there to go there and get checked out. So a few days ago, 2 days ago actually, I had a Zoom meeting with the nutritionist. And we had a very interesting conversation, man. I mean, the conversation lasted for 2 hours, just kind of figuring out, you know, what I want to get from this. She looked at all my, you know, past medical, you know, problems, you know, the keratoconus, the scalp psoriasis, you know, the fatigue, the stomach. She looked at all that stuff. And we had a very great conversation. I learned so much, and I really like her and her husband's work. But when I told her, and the reason why I told you guys this whole thing about the milk earlier is because this came up in the conversation. You know, and I told her, so like, I guess I can say this first. So she kind of believes that, like, you know, when we have a problem, let's do a trial run on your diet and see. So, like, you know, say if you're eating a diet that has dairy in it, let's try a diet without dairy in it and see how your body reacts to it, you know. It's kind of like one of those things. So I mentioned how I stopped drinking milk for 6 months, you know, and then I had it one day, and then I got super sick the next day. And she was like, wow, that's very interesting. It's a very strong possibility that you may be gluten and wheat, you know, you may be allergic to gluten and wheat. And when she said that I may be allergic to gluten and wheat, look at this guy, man. When I told her that, she said that I might be allergic to gluten and wheat. And instantly I was like, wow. She was kind of explaining how there's a slight connection between dairy, gluten, and wheat. You know, if you have a bad reaction to dairy, and it's very high that you have bad reactions to these other, you know, gluten and wheat, which I found very interesting. But she did say, like, you know, I believe you have a lot of inflammation in your body, which I know for sure I got a lot of inflammation in my body. I can just feel it, and I just know. And you know, she said some of my, you know, like my thyroid is good, you know, but it should be a lot better considering my age. It's just tough, man. You know, like, I just want to have good health, man. I've been trying everything, man. I water fasted multiple times. Tried vegan out. I'm sorry, y'all. Well, she said that, like, she said that, you know, my diet I'm not getting all the nutrients that I need, and that's probably why my body is acting the way it is. So she recommended that I change my diet up and go back to eating animal meat and you know, like eggs, and stay away from dairy and gluten. But she also said, you know, she supported me to stay on the vegan diet, but she said it'd be very hard because there are certain nutrients that animal meat and eggs give you that, you know, just plant-based, you know, not plant-based, but vegan diet just doesn't give you those things. Like, yes, you can take vitamins and minerals and, you know, all this extra stuff, but it's best to get it from the actual source, you know. And one thing I can say, aside from like everything that me and her talked about, is I've struggled so much being vegan and trying to, you know, put on muscle. It's very hard because, you know, when you're vegan, your protein comes from carbs, you know? So like, yes, there's protein in beans, but like it comes with a lot of carbs, man. Like you could probably get 8 grams of protein and get, you know, 18 grams of carbs. So you're technically on like a carb diet. Now I have been drinking, you know, protein shakes and, you know, trying to eat those Beyond Burgers and stuff like that to get extra protein, but I still struggle to get like, I probably get like 90 to 100 grams of protein, you know, in a day, which, you know, I'm not trying to get anything crazy, but it's a struggle because I can get the carbs no problem. It's very hard to get those proteins, you know, and try to build muscle. And you know, I'm not like, you know, if I just look like this for the rest of my life and I didn't have these health problems, I'd be okay. You know, I'll be fine. But it's the fact that I'm having these health problems is what's really bothering me, you know. I'm not going vegan, or I'm not gonna stop going vegan, you know, just because I miss meat or anything. I actually found this out 2 days ago, and I haven't eaten meat or eggs or anything yet. You know, my younger brother, he got inspired to go vegan by me. So I had a conversation with him last night. I had a conversation with my dad and a few of my friends. And now I'm having a conversation with y'all before I even do any of that stuff, you know, like before I do slowly introduce, you know, meat and eggs and stuff again. It's just hard, man, because it's not a decision that, you know, I wanted to do. Like, I didn't want to, you know, eat meat again, you know, but it comes a point in your life where you got to make a decision. And I'm going to make this decision, and, you know, the doctor, she really agreed with a lot of things I said. You know, she said a lot of these slaughterhouses are terrible. Like, you don't want to be eating, you know, meat that comes from, you know, where these animals are piled up on each other. And she made me feel really good, you know, just about supporting your local farmers and, you know, where you can see the animals and see that they're living a good life. And it just made me feel a little bit better about the situation, you know. But guys, I've been struggling. Like the last 2 days, all the groceries that I had, they all have wheat in it, and a lot of it has gluten. So I had to give a lot of that stuff to my brother, and I literally be eating 1 meal a day. Like, I went to Chipotle, got food, and I got like some gluten-free pizza last night. So I haven't been eating much. I didn't even eat anything today. Well, I had snacks today, some snacks that I picked up from the store. But I haven't been eating much, guys. It's just a very difficult time for me, man, you know, because I want my health to be the best. When I went to the grocery store yesterday, I was just super curious because I wanted to find some, you know, gluten-free snacks and stuff like that. And to be honest, I think I forgot to mention this, but another thing that I always notice about me is that I've always been bloated, man. Like, even when I cut down to like 190 and I was the leanest I've been, where, you know, my abs are popping, I have to take my pictures and stuff in the morning, because by evening, by my first meal, man, like, I'd be super bloated, you know. And I've been like super bloated. You have no idea like how bloated I've been. And the last 2 days, I haven't had any gluten or wheat, and I haven't felt like bloated at all, you know. So I definitely think something's going on there with the gluten and the wheat. And I've been eating wheat my whole life, man. Like, you know, sandwiches, everything has wheat in it nowadays. And that's probably what happened when I was a kid. So it's just making me question a lot of things, and, you know, got a lot of curiosity about the gluten and the wheat thing, you know. But when I was in the grocery store yesterday, I was just so super curious, man. I was like, let me just look and see, you know, what gluten foods I can eat. Like, just kind of eyeballing. And I picked up a few gluten-free snacks and dairy-free snacks yesterday. And that's what I had today. That's what I ate today, some of those snacks. But I also wanted to look at the vegan stuff and see, like, the stuff that I've been eating the last 3 years, what products they had in it. And literally almost everything that I eat, Morningstar patties, Gardein, you know, anything Gardein, all that stuff has wheat and soy in it. And soy isn't good for us anyway, for men, because it has estrogen in it, you know. And as a male, you know, we have testosterone, and females have estrogen. So soy is not good. It's not good for you, really. But a lot of those, literally, I'll say 98% of the stuff that I looked at, of the stuff that I ate, had wheat in it and soy. The only thing that didn't have wheat and soy and that was actually gluten friendly was the Beyond sausage and the Beyond burgers, like the patties. And those are good, you know. I definitely enjoyed eating those, but it's not really nutritious, right? It's super processed. So I try, even then when I was vegan, I try not to eat those too much, because I know how much they've been processed, and it's not really nutrition in there. And I was kind of shocked, actually. You know, I was very shocked to see that everything had wheat in it, and maybe that's why my body has been feeling, you know, super, just having a lot of inflammation in my body, feeling super bloated. And honestly, it's tough, man. But I have to make this decision for me and my health, you know. I didn't think this time would come. It's been a great 3 years. I've learned so much about me, my body, just everything, man. Like, going vegan definitely was a positive thing for me. I wouldn't change anything, you know, because I've learned so much. But the point I wanted to make too in this video was just that, like, just because I'm not going to be vegan anymore, and if you are watching this and you're vegan, one of my, you know, subscribers, or you're just new clicking on the video, you know, don't stop veganism because of me, you know, and my health issues. If everything's going fine with you, you know, your health is great, you know, continue it. You know, keep doing it. Because I'm not here to bash veganism, you know. I'm not here to bash anyone that wants to, you know, eat like that. That's not my job, you know. Everyone's body is different. Everybody's different, man. So, like, just because I'm going vegan, I'm probably gonna change my diet up, doesn't mean what's gonna work for me is gonna work for you. And me changing my diet up may not work for me. I may have to try the next thing, you know? So it's going to be a process to figure out what works best for me and my body. And I want you guys to keep that in mind. You know, don't listen to, you know, there's a lot of articles out there like, oh, this is bad for your body, or this is, like, you got to know your body at the end of the day. And that's something that I will say that I've learned the most. And yes, I may have said, like, oh, you know, you get better blood flow, better this, better that, which all can be true. And it was true at the time as well. I'm not taking anything away from what I said. I stand on everything that I said. But one thing I wish I told you guys earlier was to do what works best for you and your body. You know, that's one thing I wish I can go back and say, but I can't. I'm going to say it now, you know, do what's best for you and your body. And that's pretty much it, man. You know, the doctor, she gave me a lot of supplements and vitamins. A lot of them should be arriving today. So hopefully when I get back to my house, I can start taking some of those supplements and hopefully start feeling better. But yeah, man, I just feel like I owed you guys that video. And trust me, guys, if you're, you know, an OG subscriber, you know, I apologize so much for the inconsistency of my content. You know, I've been super depressed, down. I've been feeling better lately, but, you know, just like I said, I'm always tired. And I always feel fatigued. I just had a lot of health problems going on, man. So I hope you guys can understand that. Hope you guys can forgive me, you know, because I do feel bad. I feel terrible not uploading you guys and let you know how my best friend Argos has been. And I hope this is a start of, you know, more content. I hope this diet helps me, or this change. I don't want to say diet, but I hope this diet change help me. Become better, become myself again, become stronger, more healthy, and just get my health back, man, because your health is so important. You know, all this money and all this, you know, materialistic things don't really matter, man. You know, you got to take care of yourself, your health, you know, your family, your loved ones. And that's pretty much my message today, man. Man, it's been such a crazy journey, you know. It's been such a crazy journey, man. And I'm going to continue to show you guys my journey. Me vlogging and sharing my life is just me bringing you guys along with me, and just seeing what my life is like. And I have my companion Argos here, and show you guys him. and just take you along with us on this journey, man. So I hope that clears up a lot of, you know, if there's any doubt. 'Cause you know, like I said, I don't want to disappoint anyone. I don't want to make, you know, anyone upset or, you know, angry at me. But at the end of the day, man, I got to do what's best for me and my health, you know, and you should do what's best for you and your health. One diet, one way doesn't work for everyone. You know, one cap doesn't fit all. And that's the lesson that I definitely learned through this whole journey. So, you know, if you guys have any questions, man, please feel free to leave comments down below. If you have any words of encouragement, that'd be great as well. Just any comments, any thoughts, leave that down in the comment section for me, man. You guys can follow me on Instagram. And by the way, I haven't posted on this channel in a while, but my old Instagram got hacked. So if you follow my old Instagram, you know, please, you know, don't accept any messages from that. Because I know they try to scam people, man. I had some of my friends tell me what they've been trying to do. But follow my new Instagram. I'll leave the link in the description. It's my new one. Go ahead and follow that one. Show me some love. And you can send me a DM if you have any questions as well. I really appreciate all the love and all the support, man. It's been quite a journey. It's very emotional, but at the end of the day, I gotta keep trying things until it works, and hopefully my eyes get better. Hopefully my gut heals. Hopefully, you know, I get my energy back and continue on. You know, I got a lot of things I want to accomplish in this world. I got a lot of plans, a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, a lot of aspirations that I want to accomplish, man. And to be able to do that, I need to make sure my health is good, you know. So I hope you guys understand. I love you guys. Like the video, subscribe if you're not already. Click the bell so you can get a notification anytime we post.
Standing up like a human. Ready? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing?